Hello traders, this is Day Trader Matt with businesswithtrading.com doing an E-mini trading room recap for Friday the 21st of March, and today was another great day in the markets. We had a nice gap up to start the day. Basically some choppy upward spike in the markets, and then they did move a little lower and then start to take off from there and sideways into lunch, which is kind of getting usual. Today we had 4 trades and pulled 11 and 3/4 points out of the markets. Our first trade happened right down here. We took a long. We don't take a long, right off the open very often, but when we do, for the majority of the time it works out. Every now and then we get stopped out, but when it does happen, it's usually pretty quick. Anyway, we went long down here, ended up taking profits on the way up, and then the market came right back down. Watched it a little bit, did get long over here, which we did take profit on this bar. Then kind of watched it a little bit more. We did get short. Once we took profit here, we did turn it into a short, which worked out fairly well. We did take profit around here, and obviously the market came down a little bit more, but I don't try for the majority of the move. I try to get the trade, and that's really what matters most. We did see this thing start to support a little bit and start to move up, which we did short up here, which we took quick profit on, and then the market did keep moving even higher. So definitely interesting, and then moved sideways into lunch. And that's one thing I always talk about is we want to be, we're traders first and foremost. Whenever we make a trade, we want to watch it. You want to watch your trade whenever you make a trade. After you're in the trade, does the trade still look good? Would I still want to be in this trade? And if the answer is no, sometimes you want to get out, and that's what I do a lot of times. I'll watch the market, and if it's not doing what I think it's doing, I'm going to probably try to get out. And that's when we went short up here. We were watching this market move down, and it wasn't looking like it should have looked if it was going to move lower. And that's one thing that I talk about. That's one thing I go over in the course quite a bit is being able to look at the market and see is it moving up, is it moving down. And I don't use all these indicators a lot of people like to use, your MACDs and your stochastics and blah 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 blah, everything else that just makes your chart look like chicken scratch. I've seen charts that have 6 indicators on them, and it's definitely overkill. But the big traders don't use all of that, so why would I want to use all of that? It doesn't help. I feel that it is a hindrance, and that's why I don't really use that. Anyway, I know that's getting off topic a little bit, but I kind of feel like I want to talk about that as well, just because the two are sort of correlative a little bit. How do you actually read the market? That's a way that I feel that you should not read the market. That's the way I don't read it. I don't look at a bunch of indicators that tell me. I look at price, and I think that is the one true thing that everybody can agree upon that is the best way to read it. But anyway, not to transgress too much, that's really what I try to do. I try to look at my probabilities just like any good poker player or somebody like that. They look at the probabilities, and then they make the trade. If the probability is low, there's really no reason to make the trade. And that's one thing I definitely wanted to get across. Hopefully it made sense what I was talking about. I know I jumped around a little bit, but that's how I like to do these videos. So anyway, you can always leave a comment below. You can also email me directly, support@businesswithtrading.com. There's no such thing as a dumb question. If you have a question, definitely ask. I was new at one time, and I had a lot of questions that some people probably thought were rudimentary. Some people were, probably like, well, that's cool, he's asking questions. But, in the end, it was basically like a trial and error on my part. I didn't really have anybody to bounce questions off of. The people that I knew that were making money were fundamental guys, and they were very long term. So it was, that really didn't benefit me as a day trader. So anyway, if you have any questions, definitely ask. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and excellent weekend, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.